You don't need money to start a budget. You need a system. Most people think budgeting is something you do after you've got money. They wait. They tell themselves, I'll start tracking when there's actually something worth tracking. And that single belief is exactly why they stay broke. Here's the truth that no one told you. The people who are good with money didn't get good at money after they got rich. They got rich because they got good at money first, even when there was almost nothing there. In the next 9 minutes, I'm going to show you a system called zero-based budgeting, the exact method used by people who turn their finances completely around from nothing. We're going to cover what it is, how to set it up today with $0 in your account, which free apps make it almost automatic, and the psychology trick that makes it actually stick this time. No fluff. No cut your lattes advice. Just a system that works, even when your bank balance says otherwise. Before we fix anything, we need to understand why the budget you've tried before didn't work. And I'd bet it failed for one of 3 reasons. Reason 1, you tracked spending, but you didn't plan it. Tracking is just looking in the rearview mirror. You see what you already did. That's not a budget, that's a financial diary. Useful, but not powerful. Reason 2, your budget was built around a dream version of your life, not your real life. You told yourself you'd spend $40 on groceries when you actually spend $130. The second the plan hit reality, it shattered. Reason 3, and this is the big one, you were budgeting by category instead of by dollar. Most budget templates give you boxes: rent, food, transport, fun. You fill in amounts. The numbers add up. Looks fine on paper. But nobody is actually watching where each individual dollar goes in real time. So money disappears into the gaps. The average person has $300 to $500 per month leaking through gap spending. Small purchases that don't fit neatly into any category. Zero-based budgeting closes every single one of those gaps. Zero-based budgeting fixes all 3 of those problems at once. Here's how. Zero-based budgeting means one thing. Every single dollar you earn gets assigned a specific job. Income minus expenses equals 0. That does not mean you spend everything. Let me say that again. It does not mean you spend everything. It means every dollar has a purpose before the month begins. Some dollars go to rent, some go to groceries, some go to savings, and yes, some go to fun. But nothing floats around unassigned. Think of it like this. You're the manager of a small business, and your paycheck is the monthly budget. A good manager doesn't let money sit in the account without a plan. That's how it disappears on random things. A good manager tells every dollar where to go before it gets the chance to go somewhere stupid. And here's the powerful part. This works even when you're starting with almost nothing. Because it's not about how much you have. It's about what you do with what you have. Step 1, write down every single dollar coming into your life this month. Not what you think you'll make, not your salary before taxes, what actually lands in your bank account this month. This includes your take-home paycheck, any side income, freelance, gig work, selling things online, any transfers from family, any government support, every dollar that exists in your world this month. If your income is irregular, use last month's actual take-home as your baseline. If this month looks like it'll be lower, budget from the lower number. Under-promise your budget. Overperforming a tight budget feels great. Blowing a generous one feels terrible. Write that one number down. That is the total you have to work with, not more. That number is now your budget ceiling, and everything you do next lives under it. Step 2, give every one of those dollars a job. Start with the non-negotiables. the things that end badly if they go unpaid. First, housing, rent or mortgage. Second, utilities, electricity, water, internet. Third, food, a real number, not a wishful one. Most single people spend $80 to $200 on groceries. Fourth, transportation, gas, transit pass, car payment if you have one. Fifth, minimum debt payments, credit card minimums, student loans, whatever the floor is. Now, whatever is left after those 5 things, that is everything else. Not just fun money, everything. Savings, emergency fund, clothing, subscriptions, personal care, and yes, some money for things you actually enjoy. Here's the order that matters. After your non-negotiables, put something, even $10, into savings before you budget anything else. This is called paying yourself first. Even $10 a month is proof that you are someone who saves. And that identity shift matters more than the $10. When you've assigned a job to every dollar and your remaining balance hits 0, that's your zero-based budget. You're done. That piece of paper or that app is now your financial manager for the month.
Now, you can do all of this in a notebook, you can do it in a Google Sheet, but if you want something that connects to your accounts and tracks in real time, there are 3 free tools worth knowing. YNAB, you need a budget. This is the gold standard for zero-based budgeting. It is specifically built around the system I just described. Every dollar gets a job. It syncs with your bank. It's not free forever. It costs about $14 a month after the trial, but the free trial is 34 days, which is more than enough time to feel whether it works for you. The people who stick with it say it's the one subscription they'd never cancel. Link is in the description. Rocket Money, completely free tier available. Good for people who want to start simple. It shows you what you spend, identifies subscriptions you forgot you had, and lets you set spending limits by category. Not as powerful as YNAB for zero-based budgeting, but it's zero cost and syncs automatically. Every Dollar by Ramsey. Free version available. It's built specifically around zero-based budgeting, so the system maps perfectly to what we covered. The free version requires manual transaction entry, which is actually a feature for some people. Entering each transaction by hand makes you more aware of every dollar you spend. If you're starting from absolute zero and want no cost commitment, start with Every Dollar Free or a Google Sheets template. If you want the most powerful tool and are willing to try a free trial, YNAB. Links to all 3 are in the description below. Here's the thing nobody tells you about budgeting. The system isn't the hardest part. The hardest part is making it feel like something you want to do instead of something you have to do. So here's the one psychology shift that changes everything. Stop calling it a budget, start calling it a spending plan. A budget feels like a cage. A spending plan feels like permission. You're not restricting yourself. You're deciding in advance how to use your money, including the fun parts. When you give yourself a deliberate dining out category with $40 in it, spending that $40 feels completely different than guilt spending it with no plan. Same $40, completely different feeling. The second shift, stop trying to be perfect. Your first budget will be wrong. You'll underestimate groceries. You'll forget about that annual car insurance payment. That's fine. The budget isn't a test, it's a learning tool. Every month you run it, you get a little more accurate. Within 3 months, most people say it starts to feel almost automatic. And the third shift, the one that sticks the longest, connect your budget to something real, not save more money. That's vague. Try, I'm building a $1,000 emergency fund so that the next time my car breaks down, it's an inconvenience, not a crisis. That is a reason that makes you feel something when you open the app. That feeling is what keeps you coming back. You started this video with nothing saved. That's fine. What matters is that now you have a system. Set up your budget this week, not next month, not when the timing is better, this week. It takes 20 minutes. Links for every tool I mentioned are below. You don't need money to start, you just need to start. If this helped, hit subscribe. I put out one finance video every week.
all focused on making money simple for people who are just starting out. The next video is right there. It's about what to do once you've got that first $1,000 saved. I'll see you there.